never ran too much. This is not responding.
And guys, we are running late. Sorry about that. It's a normal Thursday. Let me get the invite sent out. And we'll try to get this dog and pony show on the road. There was an error loading the app. What? Yeah, Google updated something. Oh, shit. I really need to keep up on my email.
That would make more sense. I don't do. I call him black, you know?
In case you guys can hear that, that's Mike is down here. So yes, we haven't caused the end of the world yet because my bike is still at work because of the supercell that went through.
Not yet. Not together yet.
So like I said, we didn't cause the end of the world yet, but we will.
It's not Trump that's going to cause it, it's going to be us. Everybody just don't worry.
It'll be us. Oh my God. Let's see here. Can you go double check, make sure I left the fucking... Make sure I'm still left the key for the van and the pants. I can't lose that key.
No.
You got a link, Gopher. The email sent. I'm sending emails. No, he's not in the basement.
Nope. Let me out this time.
Oh, Jesus. He can chew through handcuffs.
No, my teeth ain't that good.
Oh my! Boy, we are really starting late. Holy shit!
Almost a half hour.
Almost. And there's a gopher. It's up, man. Boy, we're really starting late. Holy shit! Almost. And there's a gopher. It's up, man. Boy, we're really starting late. Holy shit! Your other computer is playing audio.
Mike, are you okay, Mike?
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely on this side of sane, right?
You know what? That's why the supercell came through.
Because Mike was there. The end of the world's coming.
Like I told you, every time I travel anywhere, the storms come.
Remember, Bob doesn't like Mike to leave his prescribed or subscribed area.
Bob.
Oh, I got a picture for you, my friend.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know what year it was.
It was about a 60s model.
They put freaking side pipes on it.
Oh my gosh. Did you get my email today, Mike?
I haven't been able to get online or anything today.
What, Dante's curbing your bandwidth use?
Well,
No, long story.
it's a long story.
Well, the short of it is, well, I'll contact you through email once you get back home.
I'm just now getting to my email, and I see the header, but I haven't read it yet.
We got the room out that way, and we're planning on heading to the flea market Saturday morning.
Oh, it's about that. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll send you all the information and stuff. I'm going to try and keep to the time schedule, so maybe you and your wifey can be out there and meet me and my sister.
Yeah, Michelle's actually excited that we can get something going.
Yeah, we figured we'd do that on Saturday because Sunday's just going to be crazy out there with Matt.
I don't know if you want me to go there Sunday because I'll just bring the storms.
I don't care, buddy. I'll stand in the rain with you. We'll collect lightning bugs.
What's up, guys?
Troll!
Come on.
Marshall's out there.
Yeah, I am.
There he is.
He's being quiet.
Yeah.
He's sneaking in.
Never
Sneaking
let
in.
it load in.
He's plotting evil.
Well, that's the only thing to do.
I was sitting there
Hey,
watching
since
it.
I don't really know how to do this and share it on the screen, Cave Troll, I don't know if you can do this from your phone, but that image I sent you the other day, you know how to share that on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, put that up there. Let's get everybody's thoughts. This is kind of exciting. I'm not even going to tell what it is, so he puts it up there.
Should I be afraid?
No,
No, it's nothing.
no, it's nothing.
I guarantee you it don't have no sheep on it.
No, absolutely not.
No sheep or dead hookers.
No.
Dead hookers. I feel
There's a
safe.
difference?
already.
There's a difference. I didn't know there was a difference.
What's the difference?
I didn't know there was a difference between sheep and dead hookers.
Yeah, there is.
That's my problem right there.
Got a little necrophilia going on. Now go for it.
No, I didn't say after they're dead.
Attacking our graveyard.
Then again,
It's a gopher.
Then again.
it's what they make curling irons for.
If they're not making sound, then it's not going to be any good.
Does count?
Oh, nasty.
I was always told that means they're full.
Oh. Wow.
Turn them over.
Oh, God. Oh. Jeez.
Marshall, have you ever been overseas?
No, and I don't want to.
You ever been to South America, Panama, any place?
No.
Oh, okay.
Close I've been to that is like South Florida.
But by the way, Gopher, congratulations on your write-up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Right up.
Yeah, he got a write-up from a Nova Car Club.
Yeah, it's one of the largest organizations, Chevy organizations in Ohio.
A write-up? What do you mean by a write-up?
They acknowledged my work that I do for promoting hot rods and car events and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was really nice. It floored the hell out of me.
Huh.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate it and stuff because it's, like I said, a lot of the guys that watch my stuff, they can't leave. They're all handicapped or disabled, and some of them are paraplegic. They can't get out anymore to get and see the cars, and a lot of them are old hot rod fanatics, and so that's why I do a lot of the stuff I do. But it really felt good to have them thank me for it and stuff. So that was really good.
Yeah, that's cool. Huh?
But anyway,
Don't let it get to your head, though.
yeah. Well, I don't think it will.
You have to fit into the gopher.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you what it'll do to it. I got to get that thing fixed. I'm losing my mind not being able to ride it. The front brake seized up on it from when I was down in Tennessee and blew my back out, and it messed it all up. What's on the screen?
Just discuss it.
That is my logo that I had designed Saturday.
Oh, hey, that's sweet.
Gopher, just disconnect the front brakes. Brakes are optional.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that'll be
5 miles an hour, right out loud.
that'll be on that. Essentially, that'll be the sticker, and that'll be the logo on the front of the shirts that I'm having. That'll be done this week.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And then that'll be on the spam cards too.
Do you have your custom URL already?
What the hell is that?
Oh,
Instead of
He needs at least 100.
he has.
I thought he had well over that.
Yeah, he's
218.
Yeah,
Like
you need to go. You need to go to your control page and ask them to give you a custom URL before they take that away from us. That way, you can have it say Marshall, the greatest, or whatever, or you can have it say anything.
Yeah, like if you're looking at my screen right now up here, like this is Dante's page,
Right.
and instead of it being this gooply gop right here,
If you click on my videos, it changes to my name.
okay, let's see.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Oh, not that one.
No, where it says videos right there.
Yeah.
See? And you clicked on one too fast.
Yeah.
Go back. Right there.
Yeah. Dante Fox. Like you can name it whatever you want.
How does that help though?
Well, when you print your spam cards up, people don't want to punch in a 22-digit thing. This way they can punch in whatever you put up there, which may only be a few.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, they can always just go to YouTube and just search, and then if they put in my name,
when you print up cards, or when you print up banners, or when you print up T-shirts, that's what you're supposed to use for them to find you. But you use whatever you want.
Either that, or go to just go to Google and type in shorten URL and grab the shorter URL, not the full length.
Do you already have that done to yours like that too, or no?
Yeah, when I hit 100, I had mine done. Troll, did you get yours done?
No, not yet. I need to.
Yeah. Because on my old cards, on my old spam cards, everybody goes, wow, do I have to type this whole thing in? Because most people are used to doing that. And I tell them, just like you told them, all you got to do is type in go for a writer. And I have so many videos out there, it'll pop up because I have more videos than anybody else on that subject. But it's really best to have a little short URL that's yours, because on all your banners that you do and all your T-shirts you do and everything, that's what you're really supposed to put on it so that they'll go to your site. It counts better on your channel if they go to your custom URL than it does if they just do a crazy search, because this way YouTube thinks that they know about you instead of, oh, they kind of know about you and they're just going to search.
Huh.
I mean, that's the way it was told to me. I'm no expert. I don't know. Thanks, Mike. I love you, buddy.
You're not an expert. You just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
I just stayed. Actually, I don't know what the name of that place is we're going to stay, but it's someplace outside of Boardman. But we couldn't get the big room because somebody else, I guess so many people are coming in for the meetup that somebody else got the big room. We were trying to get a big room with several beds, so if somebody wanted to come and, rest up out of the heat and sun, we could do that. We weren't able to get one. Pardon?
I've got a cot if we need it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay, I don't have a problem.
No, I'm so close, but if there's somebody else.
Right. I mean, but that's why we were trying to get a big room with a kitchen and all that, in case somebody really got overheated or was having problems, they could just run back and rest in the room. But we, like I said, somehow that they just got all booked up, and all I figure is that people are coming in. A lot more people's coming in than he thought was coming in, because there's a lot of people coming in from way out of state. I mean, many states away.
He doesn't know how popular he is.
Yeah, he does. I don't think he really has an idea on how big this is going to be.
Well, again, a lot of people can say they're coming, but until they get there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I say I'm coming, but it all depends on my health, the heat, and what's going on. But I'm going to try and bring a cooler and ice and pick up some ice there and bring a bunch of bottles of water and stuff, because I know if it's, I mean, I don't know whether he has thought about that type of thing or not, but I've been to too many events where you were baking in the sun and ready to die, and I'm not going for that. I'm going to have something I can stick a big tub of ice I can stick my head in if necessary. And even if it's not necessary.
You have the pond.
What was that?
You have the pond to jump in.
Yeah, but you ever smell a wet gopher out of pond water? Nah.
My allergies kick up anyway. I'll never smell you.
Yeah, wet sheep.
Oh no, not the sheep again. Oh God.
I heard that. Oh God.
Oh,
No, it's Bob.
oh no.
Come on, dude. I grew up on dairy farms and stuff. We had every animal under the sun.
Oh no, I feel sorry for the animals then.
Our animals were treated really well. Actually, we spent 15 years repopulating the pheasants in Ohio. We went and got all the eggs and raised them and released them and stuff because I mean the pheasants were gone there for many years.
Wait a minute. My family didn't farm. We didn't have goats. What's my excuse?
I don't know.
There's Matt.
Just good taste, I guess.
Good taste.
Oh, Mac Man.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I gotta send Overland. Fuck, I'm slipping. I don't think he's here though.
These people think we don't like him.
I don't think he's here though.
What's up, guys? I'm gonna try it.
Not vacation, ain't he?
That's right.
Matt.
Be here.
I'm gonna try this. If I start coughing too much, I'm out.
You know what? I'm gonna send him a link anyway, just to poke him.
Yeah.
See if he joins.
Hey, Matt Man. Matt Man.
There we go. Yeah.
Is it
No.
okay? All right.
Matt Man.
Yeah. I got one question. Is all
Go
that
for it.
liquid in Mike's KLR water or your pee?
It'd run much faster if I'd peed in it.
That's what happened like Destin this morning.
That's all right. That's all right. I parked it for him here a little bit ago.
What'd you do? Pick it up and throw it over your shoulder and carry it down the hill?
No, he found out it was a little bit heavy.
No, you just doesn't like to roll backwards.
Was it got one-way drive?
No, it just doesn't like rolling backwards. It's
It never did. Our bike has issues.
So you have
No!
You have a good trip, Mike.
They were a great trip, actually.
fuck. He left at 9 o'clock. He loitered at the gas station for like 5 hours.
They started charging me rent.
And when he told me what time he left, I said, "Jesus Christ, Mike! I won't get done till 5:30, and then I didn't even get done till fucking 6."
Well, see, I rode out of my area when the storms were rolling in.
Yeah.
North.
He just wanted to tease the popo.
Oh my God, Raven actually joined. You're up in Pittsburgh, and you joined a live hangout. That's interesting.
That far away.
No, she's up at AC with everyone else that told me they wasn't going to go, but they went.
Oh, they lied.
Trust nobody anymore, huh?
I'm loading Discord, Raven. If you want to join, I'll send you a link.
Why didn't you just go on and meet Dante at work and help him finish the day out?
Trust me, that probably would have been a good idea.
There would have been a whole bunch of refrigerators, dryers, washing machines with diesel motors put on them.
I understand appliances. If I have a problem, I just call them in.
He'd have stuck a KLR sticker on all of them.
They're big.
Right. Put a KLR seat on top of them so they can ride it.
Sorry, I made Mike's tire look flat.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do? Sit on the bike?
Yeah, I did. I sat on it.
What?
Well, there's a little bit of a parking situation going on here. So his bike is sitting where my bike's normally parked, since mine's sitting at work still. So yeah, I walked his bike back into where I parked because
There's no way I would have done that without having money.
I told you I do it every day, dude.
Yeah, I have a healing hip replacement.
I know.
Dude.
That's why I told you I'd do it.
Uh-uh.
That's why I told you I would do it.
I know.
Look out, Mike. He's done got your bike trapped in where you can't get it out. You're next.
He's like, "You're going to get out." I said, "What do you mean? It ain't that bad. Just ride it out."
Mike's bike will show up at Moto Matt Man's doorstep going, vroom, vroom. What, girl? Mike's in trouble?
God.
I love that commercial.
Ride it because he doesn't know a killer no more.
Did you catch the flu, Matt?
Upper respiratory infection, they said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you caught.
Yeah, that's what they say when they can't figure anything out.
Yeah, I totally ticked off. I missed riding with Cave Troy and Marshall. Spent the 4th in bed.
That sucks. Just drink lots of fluids, man.
Yeah, I have been.
Clear fluids.
Clear with bubbles.
I haven't seen
I was gonna say.
I didn't know what you guys are referring to. I haven't seen it yet.
No bourbon, no Jim Beam, no beer.
Yeah, we would have gotten some miles put on your bike if you would have came with us.
Yeah.
I heard there was a brewery storage building down in Tennessee that collapsed. I think Matt made it collapse. Down there just drinking it all up.
Oh, up in Kentucky.
Kentucky, that's it.
Huh.
Pennsylvania.
Bourbon.
Jim Beam.
All that freaking good whiskey.
Isn't that where Jim Beam's made, Kentucky?
I don't know where Jim Beam's made.
I think it is.
Jack Daniels is in Tennessee.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is around close to Chattanooga somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where. Lewisburg? No, it's not Lewisburg. Can't remember exactly. What in the hell is on Raven's head? Jesus Christ. This must be in reference to the goat thing, so she's got ears on her head.
First time. I tried to make sure that he didn't sneak down while the door was open.
Well, I let him roll up and down.
Yeah, Jim Beam's from Claremont, Kentucky.
Ah, I was right.
By the way, in reference to drink clear liquids, milk is clear, right? Right, Overland?
It's got a little tint to it.
I'm on the hangout. I was talking to the people on the hangout.
Raven's in costume, and I can tell by the door she's in a hotel room. What's going on, Raven?
Woo!
Is Overland in the next room?
I could have sworn I heard Overland on the when I pulled it up on the live chat on the live stream on YouTube, but I don't see him here in the list.
There must be some kind of guy in the room with her because she's sure awful greeny today compared to normal.
Why you smiling, girl? Why you smiling?
Yeah, it's called afterglow. That's what it's called.
I should be so lucky. No, I am at a convention in Pittsburgh, in downtown Pittsburgh, called Anthrocon.
Coming at me.
Not like a comic book.
Raven, you
A furry festival or
You're at
what?
a convention, you joined my hangout. Props to you.
Oops.
What hotel you at?
We're at the double. We're at the DoubleTree. It's like four-ish blocks away from the Westin, and
It's like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Yeah, but storms were hitting yesterday. We drove in here on Wednesday in a car in my van with no AC.
Nice.
That's
And
nice.
only 2 windows that roll down. Yeah, that was making me a very sad and sweaty person. And I'll tell you, the hotel I'm facing, we're on the side that's facing the Paint Arena.
You in Center City?
You got a hangout going on, bud.
No, I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm in downtown Pittsburgh.
Well, it says here DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel, Philadelphia and Center City.
Well, I'm not sure where that is, but this is in. I am looking out the window right there.
Is it a like a 5 or 6 story building?
No, we're on the 14th floor.
Run,
And there's more
Raven.
floors.
Run. They're zeroing in on your location.
I'm bringing the satellite online right now.
Dave Troll, did you well, you don't know because your trip reset. I'm sure you broke 100 miles for the day by the time you got home because that was like 92.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, Thursday night, there's not much going on Thursday night anyway.
Dang it, you guys just keep making me mad. How far did you
bike right now? It's got to get cleaned off.
How far did you travel?
I don't even know some of the places we went until we got around 421, wherever we were at. We rode right at 100 miles. In what? Cave Troll, what? 5 hours? Something like that?
That wasn't even that much.
Huh?
Go down towards Greenville or something?
So were you doing state routes and stuff?
Some of it.
Oh, you can go 5. You can take 5 hours to go 200 miles. Rebecca Adams says Jim Beam is made in Clement, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Claremont, yeah.
Claremont.
Where's Granddad from?
Raven, you need whiskers.
Thought that was Kentucky bourbon too.
I suppose.
No, I think you need a little button nose and some whiskers.
You trying to turn me into Miss Peaches?
No.
No, you're not that quiet and begging for attention.
Ha 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 ha.
You don't have the voice for it either.
But I could really start getting squeakier.
Oh my God, no, don't.
Did I get to see that?
I have more fun with the Wicked Witch impression, though.
Wicked Witch.
Hey,
Pretty. And your
I'll
little.
get you, my pretty, and your mangy little dog, too.
Her go on that.
Oh my God, you're too good at that.
Oh.
The only reason I said that, Raven, because there's about 2 or 3 other people that I found out that told me they wasn't going to go. And
Oh, no.
She's grooming her ears.
Really doesn't take much to excite Gopher or make him laugh. That's
Oh no, it don't take much.
No.
Yeah. We were walking around with a guy who's
that's you.
been in. He's moved to moved or traveled to New York. He's there on a music scholarship. He actually played hooky from his classes to come down and go to the convention. It's the first convention he's ever gone to, or at least the first furry convention. And he was
Whoa, furry convention?
yeah. It was.
What'd you think the suit was?
This is not a suit. This is just a pair of ears. But he was looking at all this stuff, and he's going, "Wow, this is so cool! I want a fursuit so bad." And it was the, I don't. It was the whole typical shy thing. I don't know about approaching people and talking to them.
And then you tell them how much one costs.
Well, he showed pictures of a head that he made, and at least in the picture, it looks pretty good. He might be able to make or get some pieces relatively cheap. I don't know. He's here in the States studying for his master's.
Can't, buddy.
But it was funny because he was like, how do I want to take pictures and stuff. And it's like, well, here's what you do. You hold it up and say, hey, can I get a picture? And then he found out that he can get them to give him hugs.
Furry hugs. They are the best.
However, something that came up, bike related, when I was waiting in line. Guy in front of me in the queue when we were waiting to get through was talking about Triumph at one point did a motorcycle with a rotary engine. Do you guys know anything about this?
What?
I believe so.
Ancient history.
What was that?
That's
never heard
way
anything.
back there.
Apparently this was something they did in the past, and it was like, this wasn't like a special order. This was something that they tried as a model for a while.
Yeah. There's they did put the Wankel in the Triumphs, according to. It was the T120 rotary.
Yeah, I thought he said it was they would put two rotors in it. It was kind of like the equivalent of sticking a V8 in a bike.
No,
Yeah.
a rotary motor is nothing like a regular motor at all. So
No, it's
different.
it's kind of like a motor where the valves and everything are on the. It's kind of like backwards. The inside spins.
I didn't know anybody made a rotary motor
What?
other than the Mazda RX-7s in the 80s had rotary engines. That's the only rotary engine I ever heard of.
I think they
There it is in the side link.
No, it's Dim Cafe Racer.
Of course.
But how old is it? Because this sounded like this was something they experimented with.
Look at the motor. The front of the motor is ginormous. Good God.
Yeah, but you don't understand. A rotary has like less than half the moving parts of a regular reciprocating piston.
Yeah, and they're not dependable for shit either.
No,
There's a lot of friction wear.
And they don't last long either.
Actually,
But
that's
apparently-
that's
Apparently doing the apex seals on those isn't that bad, though, is it?
That makes sense, but then the dealership should lie to me.
yeah, no, they quit making it because they couldn't pass emissions.
Because I was worried about my Mazda.
And that Triumph, that's a single rotor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Mazda didn't quit making the rotary because they weren't worth a shit. They quit
Norton,
making them because they couldn't pass emissions anymore.
right? Norton made one in 1988.
Really?
Yep, they made a rotary motor in 1988.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought many years ago. I have a fond memory when I was up at the racetrack, and a guy I knew, a guy I met. Now this was just an older gentleman, really cool dude, and he was describing to me how rotary engines worked.
Mhm.
He was an engineer by trade,
Mhm.
actually a forensics engineer, which got really weird. He was a person that insurance companies would bring in to take apart cars and trucks and other things that blew up to find out why it blew up.
Like as far as like the rotaries and the Wankels not being reliable, it's not really a case of the design. It's really a case of the biggest thing with rotaries is they burn oil. Especially the Mazdas, they have oil injectors that inject oil from the oil pan into the combustion chamber to lubricate the seals.
Well, it's a KLR of the motor of the car.
Well, no, that's why everyone calls like the RX-7, the RX-8 the two-stroke car. But no, they would actually inject oil, and what would happen is someone who would get one that wouldn't know much about it, they would pretty much run it till the check oil light came on. By that time, it's too late, and that's what would tear them up. And I mean, yeah, if you, it's not completely uncommon to do, and you're not in like a rebuild to a rotary isn't like you're doing bearings or something. What you're literally you're changing apex seals,
Right.
and you're changing. You're changing basically rotor seals. That's what that consists of a rebuild.
If you don't mind basically doing a service rebuild every 3,000 to 6,000 miles, because we used to put the rotor
It's
we
longer.
used to put the rotaries in the back of Volkswagen, so they had a straight adapter plate kickovers for the rotary Mazdas, the two rotor Mazdas, and we used to put them in the back of Volkswagens on air-cooled Volkswagens, and you just have to rebuild them a lot more.
Well, biggest thing the rotors and fucking 4 bolts holds it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
they're supposed to be. They were easier though because there were fewer parts to deal with, weren't they? Weren't they easier to?
There's less parts, but there's a lot of little seals, and Vaseline is your friend.
Yeah.
there's a lot of little parts, but I mean, they were pretty simple to rebuild. I mean, comparatively.
I mean, all you really had, you had the rotors, you had the eccentric shaft, and you had the fuck.
I don't think that's part of the car.
No, I'm trying.
I put up an image of a basic the internal from the back shaft.
Yeah.
That'll show you what it is, and that's a single vane rotary motor.
Oh, that's a small one.
Yeah, that's just a single. That was the early ons.
Oh yeah, cool.
See,
More interesting.
see the way the rotary works.
I think I've seen this
There is
picture.
never a period of rotation where it's not combustion.
Yeah, each rotor is kind of like 3-cylinder or three.
No.
or 4 cylinders.
Each side of that rotor is a combustion chamber.
And you can get anywhere, from 7 to 13,000 RPMs on them.
Because fewer moving parts.
Right.
Right, but they also don't make any bottom end torque for shit.
No.
Well, they're high revving motors. I mean,
Right.
You got to keep it up in the power band, so you got to keep it up around 7,000 RPM.
what a lot of people will do the first time they tear the motors apart to do the seals, what they'll do is they'll do something called race clearance on the rotors.
Right.
And that when you raise clearance, what that does is it makes it so if the seals do fail, you're less likely to damage the rotor.
Is that like a looser fit or is it?
Well, no. It gives the there when you set that rotor in there, you're like especially like factory wall size and rotor size. I mean, when you spin it around there with you look at. I mean, there's literally maybe millimeters of clearance. When you do race clearance, what happens is the higher RPM you go, it gets a little more sloppy. And what you'll get is you'll get rotor knock on the side on the chamber, and that's what ends up killing. See, Donald, I know a little bit about rotors too.
I understand. I didn't say you didn't. Remember,
trying to teach Dante to suck eggs.
it's not a competition.
Oh, it totally is. You just don't want to admit it.
No, trust me, Reverend. It's not a competition. I am so happy that everybody can do whatever. I do not compete.
Oh, it's not a contest, dude.
No, if it was, I'd win anyway.
I'm just happy I happen to know the same subject.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, the rotary sounds it sounds cool, and it was just kind of like this guy was mentioning. I'm like, really? And
There's a lot of people that fall in love with them. I mean, I get a lot of these Mazda guys and a lot of the Volkswagen guys and even bike guys, and everybody goes, "Wow, what are you doing?" Well, I'm going to rebuild this. Well, man, I want to go ride. They said, give me 3 hours, and they go through it, get it all up, and they can go off and do what they want to do. And you just got to be willing every weekend to do service.
That's a little excessive. You don't need to rebuild them that much.
Well, when they run it, listen, when these guys running these sand rails and stuff and off-road racing, they pretty much about every weekend we were doing something, either the Volkswagen or the Mazdas or even the Pintos. We used to use the 200s out of the Pintos. They called them the Pinto Beans, where they'd take that 4-cylinder with a turbocharger on it and put it on the back of a transaxle for a Volkswagen. And those little Ford motors, you were rebuilding them a lot. But yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still out there under Pinto Beans or not, but
Well, now they'd be using Honda motors.
yeah, their favorite motor to use on air-cooled Type 1 swing axles and stuff now is the Subarus. High revving, horsepower, good horsepower, easy to turbocharge, and very, very, very dependable.
They use the Boxer.
Yep.
I'm just not a fan of the Boxster engine.
I like Boxer motors. Volkswagens, you know. So
Well, the Volkswagen Beetle motor is more simple than the Subaru motor.
Oh yeah, you are correct. Yep.
That last link I put up, Gopher.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, the rotary turbo.
See the last one you put up. Oh, that's barrels of liquor. Oh, I see. Hang on. I'm behind. Sorry.
That's
the worst. That's the worst thing you could do because those things run hot to begin with. They have cooling issues, and that thing's really not going to get any air back there.
But they're probably only going to run it, for 10 seconds at a time, possibly.
Oh, you're thinking that's a drag strip?
Quarter-mile car.
They might drive it to some place, but then it's going to sit until they race it. You're not going to drive it around probably. But... Sweet.
I wonder which one this is. It's a two-rotor. I wonder which one this is. I wonder if it's a 13A. They did a nice job on the chassis. The plumbing,
okay, Mike?
I mean, the plumbing looks clean. But again, like I said, those motors, they have such cooling issues. A lot of people put turbo timers on them just so they can run and idle the
All right, that didn't work. Let me see if I can do this. I'm trying to show you one of the Pinto Beans. I actually found one. That link won't work.
Yeah. What is it with you and like links that are like 10,000 words long?
Well, I'm just trying to pull up the image and not the entire website.
Yeah.
And sometimes those links
they're strange.
They get strange. So
I apologize. I didn't mean to sound snippy, but it was.
No, that's again. You can sound any way you want.
It's not a competition, Raven.
It's not a competition.
It's always a competition.
Oh,
and despite what some people may think, I got a lot tougher skin than you. There you go. Try that one. See if that one shows up. That shows you the 2.3 motor.
Well, the 2.3 eventually became the.
Does that actually the rear hood doesn't fit over that, does it?
No, who needs a rear hood?
Okay.
No, part of the fun is just.
So that means this thing's like a walking OSHA violation.
No.
No.
This is what you call it. This is doing it the Abarth way because that's what the Fiat did with the Abarth series. If the trunk didn't fit, you just didn't put it on.
That's right.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at those belts sticking out there, waiting for a random cat or small child to stick their hand in there.
Okay, this was back in the 70s because that looks like a 72 taillight. So, but we used to do this back in the 70s.
This is a more modern picture. That bug might be from the 70s, but I don't know what this picture is.
If someone was stupid enough, and we had those guys, they'd walk up and go, "Hey, what's this?" and put their hand right in it.
And we were calling him Lefty for the rest of his life.
Yeah, you know, it's Troll's favorite thing: thinning of the herd.
Natural selection.
That's it.
Gene Pool Police, turn in your opposable thumbs.
Yes.
Well, actually, that belt just took it off, so you don't need it anymore.
But no, that was what we called the Pinto beans. They made Kennedy made an adapter plate, a whole throw-out bearing assembly, and everything for that. And then there were some guys that would run them what they call hot boxed with no radiator whatsoever. So they would get them out into the either the drag strip or the sand dunes, and they'd wait until they get a race. They'd get it up to line, and then they'd run a 10-second or 3-second run. And they were fast because there's a whole lot of horsepower there. That one's just normally aspirated, but they did turbocharge them and quad carburate them and stuff.
Well, how did you? Okay, but you're saying that they didn't put any cooling on them, so that 10-second run, and then they just let it air. You just let it
cool down for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
We used to hotbox motors all the time. You would put coolant in the jackets, in the head cooling jackets, but you just plumb it to where there was no radiator. You just, where it comes out of the water pump, it just goes right back into the block. And you could hotbox a car and run it for quite a long time. If you run antifreeze, the right mixture of antifreeze in it, it would cool down enough. You could get maybe 1-2 runs out of it before, but it all depends on whether you were running the mile, the quarter mile, or the eighth mile. Back in my day, we ran miles and quarter miles. We didn't. The eighth mile wasn't even thought of back then. We didn't give it out. We didn't have it out of first gear in eighth mile.
I did feet.
There we go. That link ain't really worth a shit. Let me screen share this. I'm going to show you the Fiat way.
Oh, yeah. Now Fiat, they make good. Yeah.
Yeah. You see that right there?
There you go.
Ooh.
That didn't close. That was factory. That's how it came. That stayed open. That didn't close because it didn't fit.
You know, I want to win a ridiculously stupid lottery so I can design shit like that now, just to really bend people out of shape. Why is the motor sticking out? Well, because I can.
No, because it doesn't fit, and I wanted it.
Did you see the V6 with the turbocharger? I think it was a 371 blower on it in one of my videos.
Yeah,
they had that one, and then they've got where they take the front end off from the 454 Eldorados, the L Dogs, the 472 L Dogs, and the 500 cubic inch. So they take the front wheel drive unit and stick it in the back of the Volkswagens. You want to talk about motor hanging out?
So what's this other link you just sent, Dante? Oh, the Fiat.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, Marshall, it's so weird seeing me ride in front of you.
It's what?
Hey, Sarafyna, you want to join?
It's so weird. What?
Seeing me in front of you riding on your video.
Really? Is that because you're usually in the middle or behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
The Sting. Oh.
Y'all still looking up cars?
Of course they are.
No, I'm not looking them up right now.
Hey, Gopher, I wish I had a picture I could show you. It was what was it, Marshall? A 62 Corvette?
Yes. Did you take a picture of that?
I have it on the GoPro.
Oh.
I might be able to bring it up, actually.
You guys see it out on a ride?
Yeah, it was at a place we ate lunch at. A little local place to us. Or to me, not really to Cape Troll.
Yeah, I kind of wish Fiat was still that crazy. Where we're going to make a performance car, the engine don't fit, leave it open.
It'll cool better that way.
I don't know if it'd cool better, but I don't know if it'd cool better.
Well, if it's air cooled, it will.
What were you cooling?
Cooling. Are you back there, Ribbity?
Yeah.
Are you turning into a frog?
Riveting? Needy.
This is more or less the motor. It's in the van. Yeah. A van's basically a Fiat.
Pretty much. Oh, your little one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that on the 500 chassis?
Actually, it's on the what the hell is the name of that car they make?
Well, the Jeep, I know that one Jeep Renegade's on the 500 chassis.
Oh shit! What the hell is it? It's the Alpha.
There you go, Gopher.
It's basically underneath of it. It's basically a Dodge, one of the new Dodge Darts. Those are the same thing as the Alpha.
Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the Giulia.
I don't see anything, Troll.
You don't see anything on my screen?
Oh, I do.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that's
there
a
you go.
sweet looking car.
Yeah,
The door panels and the dash is cracked on those really bad.
Yeah. Well, Survivor Series, sometimes those bring more money than fully restored ones.
Yeah, my mom
And
used to
old
repair
vets-
the dashes.
Yeah, when I worked at the dealership, I spent many a days refiberglassing brand new vets. Well, brand new in 70, 71, 72. But yeah, they would come off the truck from Detroit, and they would have hazings and cracks all through them and stuff just from being stressed from being transported, where they would strap them down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they would be cranking down real tight on the straps, and that was.
And it would just cause the gel coat would crack, and then we'd have to feather in the gel and repaint it, and oh my gosh.
Okay, so Cave Troll, what's your bike that we're seeing in this video?
77 shovel.
Yep.
That's the handlebars I'm seeing in front of me?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't need no hands.
Oh, now that's showing off.
There you go.
It's called stretching.
I am not brave enough to let go with both hands. Well, or at least not anything more than just like hovering my hands just over the handlebars.
How much air pressure you got in the front tire, Troll?
I think it's 36.
36. So it's a little soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. It won't kick out. I mean, it will if you hit a pothole and you don't have your hands on it.
Oh no, I mean, if I take my hands off, it's only for, like, if I take both my hands off, it's only if I'm on a straightaway and I know the road is not going to be like all jacked up.
I'm only going to take my hand when I can go like this with my hands and show off for the camera.
You don't have a steering dampener on that, do you?
No. I sit on the passenger seat.
He sits all the way back. And he still is cramped.
No, not anymore.
Really?
With
I sit on the passenger seat and I pretend I have forward controls.
Moto Matt man gave me some foam.
Oh yeah.
And I'm actually on this ride. I'm actually sitting on it, and I have it, and then I have the Airhawk sitting on top of it, and it actually puts me up tall enough to where my legs are where a normal person.
I like the way he says that. A normal person.
Like a normal person's legs would be. Like now, if I actually put my legs out on the highway pegs,
yeah,
my legs are actually fully stretched out.
Awesome.
Just yell if you need more of that, buddy.
So how tall are you?
6'7".
Whew.
Just say ho ho ho.
Here, wear this green fig leaf.
Ooh, hey, wait a minute.
Where's the Burger Hut? Is that Stony Creek?
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Actually, that's the van sitting outside right there. So for Renault badge on it.
I can see the similarity.
Oh, it is. It ain't no similar. It is.
We were going to send you a picture of the cheeseburger, but we knew you weren't feeling good.
Yeah.
I was dead to the world, man.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
I don't think Gabe Troll hardly left a big crumb between the fries and that. It was done.
Where is that? Is that up Stony Creek?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll check it out Saturday.
Speaking of which, Anthony from Already Customs is supposed to be coming up on the 14th.
Oh God, they called it kangaroo.
What?
Yeah, but mine's 5-bolt though. These are all 4-bolt.
14th is next Saturday.
Yep. If you
Who's
guys
that?
want to get together. He's another motovlogger.
I don't think I watched him.
I want to see if it has the same dash.
Oh,
No,
wow,
not
that's
inside.
Who's that, Cave Troll?
It's,
that race the race bug with the air scoop on top.
let me pull up his channel real quick.
It's on 421, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 421.
Yeah, we were hauling ass.
You overloaded?
No.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of editing right now.
I went through mine and edited, and there's only one spot in about 45 seconds, which is dead air, and I was like, screw it. That's fine.
Yeah, I hate putting up dead air, but there's like so much of 421 that I can't really talk on.
Yeah, especially when the road gets rough and then really steep towards the bottom. I don't really have that much problem like talking on roads like this as much as I just catch myself slowing down without realizing it just because I'm. Is that what you're talking about the tent setup that they're taking pictures?
Yeah.
They were taking pictures that day?
Yeah.
Really? Son of a bitch.
He's depressed.
How do you figure out that they're taking pictures? They just put it online or what?
I don't know. Like, they normally are up there in that
That interior looks nothing like inside of mine.
that really sharp curve up near the top.
I thought they'd be the same. Oh,
Yeah. I just seen what you're talking about though, because I seen somebody with a tent thing set up in the video. I never noticed that when we were riding, but I noticed it then.
Yeah, that was where all the crotch rockets were, probably taking a break. But his name is Anthony Robertson.
That name sounds familiar for some reason. Probably just somebody else I know with the name.
How's the basement, Mike?
He's not in the basement.
No, you let me out.
Oh my God.
He's got him chained to the wall in the basement.
Well, Dante had to take his ball gag out so he could be on the live stream.
That's not him. That's some public speaker asshole.
Oh my! You guys are assholes.
Aren't we all?
Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's total silliness.
What?
That's hard. That's heart attack on a bun right there.
Well,
What?
this is
Oh, I thought they were looking direct. I can't. Oh, hold on. Maybe this is it.
That's a big
There
ass
you
bird.
go. That's my beetle right there. That's my beetle. It's even gas tax.
That is an Acura motor.
Yeah, I can see it. It's the overhead cam. Yeah, it's overhead cam. Yeah, it's a V6. Has a 3.5 Acura. That thing's got to be terrifying.
Yeah, I would say.
Marshall, a lot of times they'll sit right here to take pictures
Oh yeah.
in the big curve, and they'll catch people coming down and going up, like right over here.
Yeah.
Now, some
That's
of
like
those
they do
guys-
at the snake.
Yeah, some of those guys that like the snake and the dragon, they sit there and then they have a website where you can contact them on their website and they'll let you download pictures for a small fee.
Yeah, I mean, Killboy does that, but I didn't even know they even did that at 421, really.
Davey Thomas 8 did that when everyone's the dragon on the go.
But the Dragon's got like three different companies up there that do that.
They do it up at California too, up
The snake up there, Mulligan Highway or whatever it is.
Mulholland. Mulholland. Yeah,
Colin?
yeah. A guy sits up there and films everybody going around that real steep curve.
I just got a flash of somebody throwing marbles out. Let's film this.
The end result could be pretty nasty. Or-
Yeah.
Oh, the GoPro doesn't do it justice how sharp and steep some of those curves are. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like if you're not careful, even on my bike with kind of mid controls on it, if you don't have your toes on the front of the peg, if you kind of have your foot hanging down, you'll drag your foot before you realize it.
I can see Cave Pro going around some of those. You'd see he could grind up enough to make another motorcycle.
Probably.
We were moving on that day. I don't know how he didn't scrape a bunch, but I don't think he did. We were getting it.
That means you're hauling ass.
I mean, we weren't hauling ass, but we weren't really babying it either.
You look back and Troll's got one leg over his ear.
No, if you start to drag your foot, you just keep going.
No, I did that our last group ride. That scared me.
You put your foot down?
Yes. I was in the middle. Marshall stuck his foot out because something was in the road, and I stuck my foot out, and I wasn't even thinking. I just threw my foot out, and I hit the pavement while we were down. Man, that scared the crap out of me.
I had an old graybeard tell me that if you wanted reality, that was reality. Get your bike going as fast as you can, and then put your foot down. That's
Yeah. It's a wake up call. Let me tell you.
So you were in the middle of a ride and you were trying to mimic the signals being given, and instead, yeah, wow. You're lucky you didn't get your foot ripped off.
There was a big glob of cut grass. I remember what it was. I saw you put your foot out, but I didn't see you catch the ground.
Yeah.
Did you have your work boots on, Troll?
Yeah.
You dig up some pavement? Now there's a hole in front of that divot.
I think that was a fat joke, Troll. I think that's what that was.
No, wasn't a fat joke.
No?
No. Do you want to hear some? I tried to stay away from the sheep and the fat chicks here now.
It's pleasantly plumped.
What'd you say, Mike?
That's pleasantly plumped.
It's fluffy.
No, that back in my day, that was traction.
Traction.
I'm not quite as tall as Troll, so when I was on my 72, I had to find the biggest girl I could for traction. That really wasn't why I was hunting for him. I like him.
Well, my front tire's low, and I want to put a little more weight on the back to keep it to counterbalance it.
Well, the tires we used to ride, you guys are motorcycle tires and all that. We used to use car tires all the time.
Dark siding.
On the back of the choppers and stuff like that, and the bobbers, we just put car tires on them. Big 700 series car tires, so they weren't more than 4 inches wide. Matter of fact, 4 inches wide would rub the trailing arm and the frames on the hardtails. So, and then we'd only put, 4, 5, 6, 8 pounds of air in them because that hardtail beat the shit out of your kidneys. Yeah. So we just put a little bit of air in it just to make them cushion.
Yeah,
Going around corners was interesting.
I knew a guy in '83 that was on a hardtail because he was so short he couldn't ride anything else.
Yeah, yeah. You had a low center of gravity.
Oh yeah, I watched him that bike launch him up over the handlebars quite a few times trying to get it started. Oh yeah, it was so funny. That was so amusing.
That's why I know Troll. Have you ever had one kick back on you, Troll? Your 77.
Well, now I have the push button, but I still have the Kickstarter for it. Yeah.
So
but I've had it kick back. Yeah.
But it hasn't. It's not tossed you over the handlebars, has it?
No.
Yeah, I seen a lot of guys, big and small, go straight up over the tri-tree, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we called him short and fat.
Short and round, short and fat.
Short and fat. Yeah, he was. He was a welder.
I don't get it. Like, there's a couple of people. There's I don't know, something about shovel heads and Japanese people. They love them.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And there's a couple of videos of these little bitty Japanese girls.
Yeah.
Trying to start them.
No, and they start them with no problem. And I'm like, how in the hell do you even have enough weight to jump on there?
Do they reach down and bleed off the valve?
No.
Wow.
I mean, they might before the video starts. But.
Yeah. Because that's why a lot of times we would use those karate magnetos, because you could reach down and detard it so it wouldn't fire, pre-detonate, and kick you back over. And we'd get it primed up and then step on it. And just as you felt it fire, then you'd roll the magneto back around and she'd even out. But yeah, either it'd break your leg or toss you over the tri-tree.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the reason they like the whole AMF series, the whole shovel head series, is because during that time when they were making all the Japanese bike, that was the quintessential American, big, huge displacement type of thing. You know, I think they're stuck in a loop on that.
They love them.
Yeah,
like half of the stuff that I'll look up on shovel heads, a lot of it comes out of Japan.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, shovel. The only thing is that I like better than a shovel is a shovel pan configuration. So you use a shovel head lower end and the pan heads. They're really sweet. They got a different sound. Of course, your horsepower thing is a little wild, but I don't know. I just love shovel, that whole era of that. I mean, because that's when I was riding and working on them. So
was that like the 70s bikes, like 72,
AMF,
75?
When AMF took them.
Yeah. A&F took over Harley Davidson for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the whole
there were some issues with the quality.
That was where everybody got that whole issue with the oil leak came from.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So under which management was the part about the mufflers falling off?
About the what?
There's a joke about somebody buying a Harley at the dealership, and on the way home from the dealership, the mufflers fell off.
Well, during AMF years, you would not all the bolts got tightened or specced.
And they would literally just throw in whatever they had laying
around. I don't care what the books say. I'm telling you right now, I have worked on too many of them. They will have bolts from every year, every other make, model, thread. They just put them together. When they came down the line, whatever was laying in the bin, they put them together. But without AMF, we'd have lost Harley altogether and it'd have been dead, gone. So, I mean, I thank them for that, and I'm glad that they got bought back out, but still.
Well, there's a big controversy going on now that since they decided to move some of their operations over to Europe.
Yeah. A lot of the parts are Italian made, aren't most? Some of the V-Rod motors are the Italian V-Rod motors.
Yeah, Porsche designed it.
Yeah, but they're good motors. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really good motors, and the company that builds them or assembles them is one of the same places that do a lot of your ultralight motors, and they spec them pretty good. So those V-Rod motors are good motors.
But the big stipulation with that is in the Harley world, people don't consider it a true Harley.
Yeah, and I understand that. Yeah, but the Harleys that they make now I just think they're nice. They're Harleys, whatever, but they're just so damn overpriced. I just can't get around it. I just cannot fathom paying that much for that. I just can't.
Well, a lot of people are saying they lost their base. They forgot the working man's bike.
Yeah, they're selling it to all the
and now they're yuppie.
Yeah, the yuppies that make $165,000 a year and maybe put 10 hours a month on it.
Well, that's why they came back out with the, trying to push the 883 and the Sportster and all the cheap bikes but the problem is a girl might buy the 883, but a normal sized guy is not going to buy an 883 and keep it for more than a year.
No.
It's just too small of a bike.
Yeah, a lot of guys will get them for entry level just because it's an HD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's playing with a ratchet?
Yeah, it's Cave Troll, I think.
That'd be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just I'm hearing clickety click click.
It's therapy. Instead of bin wall balls, it's therapy for a ratchet.
Oh, God.
I know somebody who, when he went in the army and they were putting him through a motor pool class or something, and the sergeant was all blah 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 blah, and this that and how many click stops are there, or how many clicks are there on the such and such? And he said, "Well, that depends. Which brand is it?" And the guy was like, "Well, this was like some trick that the sergeant would scrub all the new guys with." And it turns out that when you're kind of a slightly kind of an Asperger's, slightly
autistic,
slightly autistic ADD kid, one of the things you do when you're playing around is you find out when you're playing with the ratchets that depending on which brand they are, they have a different number of clicks in them.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Craftsman had like 27, and then one of the other brands had like 17 or something.
Now I got to go out to the shop and I got to go out there and see.
I can go ahead and tell you that dude did a lot of push-ups.
But he was smart enough that he ended up doing a lot of. They liked having him around the motor pool.
Well,
be right back.
Be right here.
He's now going to go to the bathroom while he's sitting on the toilet. He's going to be.
No, he went to get another ratchet to compare the clicks.
Click.
No, to be fair, I used to sit there with an extension on the end and sit there and just spin the ratchet.
Yeah.
Oh, like a noisemaker?
I used to do that when I was bored at work.
Yeah, my dad would have beat the crap out of me if I'd have done that.
It was my ratchet, so.
Yeah, it didn't matter. If he was hearing it, there was going to be a shoe or a socket wrench or something flying my way.
Well, this was in a machine shop and no one could hear anything, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were born in the seen and not heard era.
Oh my gosh. Stand there until I need you to fetch something. And when I say fetch it, you better have it here before my hand closes.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
I don't know if the good old days or not, man.
Before child labor laws and punishment for child abuse.
The good old days, huh?
Yeah. What'd you say, Donnie?
Here. Yeah, here. You're going to pick up every little teeny twig. It doesn't matter how small it is for a nickel.
You got paid? Dude, you know what my dad's favorite saying was, what I got to pay you for? I clothe you, I feed you, I take care of you, I put up with you.
Well, I didn't even expect it, but...
No, I didn't even know.
Or you had to sit there and pick all the lint off the carpet.
Well, usually what my biggest job was, if he was hunting for a nut or a bolt, he worked at General Motors for 33 years, so we had every nut and the bolt in the world that General Motors made. So anyway... He would dump them out, have these big cans, so he'd dump them out into the middle of the shop. And when he found and took out the screws or bolts or nuts that he needed, My job was to take and pick up each one and put it back in the can.
That's another great way to keep a, that's another great way to keep a kid occupied.
Well, it wasn't to keep me occupied. I think it was to teach me something. I'm not 100% sure what that was.
Sizes.
But I do recognize nut bolt patterns and at least GM threads.
I know a friend of mine who had hyperactivity as a kid said his mom would make him count the change buckets. I guess she had a change bucket or something.
Yeah.
And it really helped him focus, he said.
Yeah, my dad had a cure for hyperactivity. It helped me focus too.
It involved regular beatings, right?
Pretty much. Either that or go stand in the driveway. Let me start the truck. But hey, it would be nice if I was kidding.
Yeah, there were quite a few times I picked myself off the ground not knowing what I did.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, wouldn't it have been nice to at least have a reason other than because I can?
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Doesn't matter.
You know?
Do it again.
See,
that's for when I didn't catch you. That used to be one of the favorite ones, too. That's for when I didn't catch you.
Let's see, what I do? Let's see, you're sucking air. That's what you're doing.
Well.
Yeah. Don't cry. I'll give you something to cry about.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I just got a flashback like you wouldn't believe. That's exactly what he said.
I don't know how many times I got drug out of church and got my ass beat.
Oh.
Damn.
They were afraid to take me into church. They wanted their building still standing.
My dad was a preacher, so.
My dad didn't believe in church.
Oh, preacher's kid.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think I'm so fucked up now?
So what? What do you think?
Yeah. That was rough, Troll.
Good old Hellfire and Damnation Southern Church.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, Southern Baptist.
Oh,
yeah.
It wasn't Southern Baptist, but it was an independent Baptist, but it was Hellfire and Damnation.
Yeah, my family was Southern Baptist and snake handlers. Woo! Baby!
And you're not worthy to be the whale poop on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah.
Buddy.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
I got so many files for making intros, outros.
I couldn't have it. I mean, I couldn't have that many on my desktop. That would drive me nuts.
It's just right there. Easy for me to go. Boom, it's there.
Boop. Just click on it, Mike. Just click on it.
Drag it.
Click. I still like the one that had all the blood. I haven't seen that one up for a while that you haven't done.
No, I decided somebody might complain about it.
Oh, my trigger.
See how long it's going to take to upload this video.
So are you at Anthrocon there, Raven?
Yes.
I figured you were.
I'm kind of disappointed it isn't a full suit. I wanted to see your fluffy tail.
Oh.
I've been pretty inactive for several years, and the opportunity came up, and it was like, hell, I need to do this because, damn it, if I don't, then when's the next when am I going to have another chance?
Yeah, those ears on an 80-year-old might not have the same effect.
There are some older people that have ears.
Oh, well, maybe I should show up then.
There are some people in wheelchairs that are in a full suit.
Actually, something I found really surprising, it's probably been more than 5 years, or at least 5 years, probably more than 5 years since I was last here.
Mm-hmm.
And the number of parents of kids. I mean,
the parents are taking their kids because, number one, they got to have parental supervision if they're under 18.
Yeah. And, that and the kids, you'll see some kids with suits.
Oh, yeah.
They look like they're made out of fleece, and some of them aren't super highly well made, but the fact that the kid probably made this themselves is really impressive. But
they're really talented.
It's not always just the parents are there because the kid's underage. I was standing in line with. I ended up standing in line with 4 people who were. This was their first convention. The one was mom. Her son wanted to go to the convention but didn't want to go alone, and the son's like 24 years old. She didn't want to be there just by herself, so she brought her sister-in-law came with her.
This sounds like the start of an anime.
Yeah, 24 years old and scared to go something like that herself. Can we say sheltered?
It's possible, but apparently once they got there, he ditched her and was off doing stuff. So it's not like.
Yeah, he was doing stuff, all right.
Hey, I just found it really interesting, and there was quite a number of parents with kids, and I don't remember that noticeably high a percentage before.
Yeah, well, some of the older furs actually have kids, so that's what's going on.
These are
it's family affair.
These are no. These are pretty obviously mundane. A mundane mom and or dad with a kid that wanted to come do this thing.
Is it also mixing with the bronies though?
Yeah, there's bronies. I mean, bronies are kind of part of the furry fandom.
Yeah.
I don't.
Have you come across Telephone yet?
I saw somebody that I think was Telephone, and I saw some other people that apparently are following in the Telephone. The Telephone.
You've seen other. Well, Telephone makes suits, so you've seen other angel dragons then.
I think so, but I saw someone. Wasn't in a position to get a good look at the name tag. I saw somebody that I specifically think may have been Telephone because the Twitter chirps were much more practiced than some of the chirping from the other ones.
Yeah. Now Radio sold his suit, so radio. Somebody else is wearing Radio.
I don't mean
Radio and Telephone.
I don't mean to be rude or I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but I don't understand this. I mean, is it something that started from movies or something or what?
Yeah, it did. It's people who like anthropomorphic art and cartoons.
Let me see if I can find a link.
Humans with animal type physical characteristics, that's Bugs Bunny was one, Roadrunner,
ego persona type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Like it gets the wrong rap by a lot of news and media being totally sexual oriented.
Yeah, because that's what they want to cover a lot. That they want to get you to believe that it's really an abomination.
So Cave Troll, that interests me that you actually know about both.
I'm going to go silent here for a second. I'm going to...
Okay.
I was going to say, Cave Troll, that interests me that you actually know about both fandoms.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of documentaries.
Have you watched a lot of the old stuff that Dante's had on his?
Was okay? You watched documentaries. Was it out of curiosity, or did you just stumble onto them, or?
No, actually, well, some of it's curiosity. Me and my wife, we watch a lot of weird.
Weird is in not mainstream.
Yeah, not
just weird in a bad way.
Yeah, no, not weird in a bad way. We watch a lot of just random documentaries. We'll lay in bed and we'll just pick a documentary and just watch it.
So have you watched Repo, the Genetic Opera?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my God, Cave Troll.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Have you watched it go over?
Well, you know.
That movie's amazing, ain't it?
Yeah. But see, I love the old anime too, like Fritz the Cat and a lot of the really old stuff.
Woody the Woodpecker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heckle and Jekyll.
My gosh. Yeah. The first generation Bugs Bunny and all that, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Quick question.
But I've known a lot of people that were into the whole furry side, and they, it was more of a lore thing for them. Having
some of it's like your totem animal, your totem animal, your spirit animal. Some of it goes that way too.
Quick question: where's the volume control for the Google Hangout?
For everyone, or just you, or?
Yeah, because you have that little wrench.
I don't have a little wrench. I have a little gear up in the corner, and it's for settings, and that's not it.
Oh, I meant
you got to go under control room, and then you can adjust the volume for yourself.
No, it just says I'm in a moderated call.
Huh. Okay. Oh, you can moderate on the page, but you can't.
I want to turn up. I'm all right. I couldn't hear it very well, but I think that this is a video that might help explain. Hopefully, this is the one with Kagi explaining what furs are.
I can put it this way, Matt.
I like it when part of what he describes is these are the people who grew up watching cartoons, Bugs Bunny, and all these anthropomorphic animals on TV, and grew up and didn't forget their childhood friends.
Which, okay, yes, that's right for some people, but that's not for everybody.
Yeah, no.
This is true, but
that's the biggest way I explain it to people is you can ask 10 people, and each one of them is going to give you a different answer.
Oh yeah.
And as far as as in the whole, when you call it a fandom, it's there's no one specific niche.
Well, think of it as like sports fandom.
Or Star Trek fandom.
Some people are baseball. Some people are basketball. Some people actually play basketball. Other people just watch it on TV.
Yeah, but the thing with Star Trek is the fandom is because of the show. Furries, there's no really one particular thing that says, hey, this is, yada.
Everybody's going to do it for their particular reason, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Well, the convention, like she's at a convention now. What is that just to get together and show what you've made and?
Well, no, it's a lot of times what conventions turn into, especially like Anthrocon as big as it is now. They have panels you can go to, and a lot of people use conventions for some. Perfect example. Some people use it because they see friends they haven't seen all year. Because a lot of times you have online friends that are hours or days away, or time zone, long distance, and they'll go there. They're there for a weekend, and they hang out for that weekend.
It's a party for a weekend.
Some people go for that reason. Some people go because they make stuff. They want to sell it. And perfect example. The first year I went to Baltimore, the guy I room shared with, his only goal when his whole convention was there was to sell stuff. He woke up early morning, went to the dealer's room, didn't leave it. When they closed it, he went back to the hotel. He did not mingle with the convention or whatsoever. He was literally there just to sell.
Think of it as like a Renaissance fair, just people dressed up in outfits.
Yep.
Fans of anthropomorphics.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's like an alternate universe that only existed in the character of the animation.
And if they do the Comic-Con at ETSU this year again, we're going to take you.
Roto Matt Man at Comic-Con.
Here's an example. Here's an example of stuff. Just looking at the, I've got a program guide here. There's the dealer's room. There's a place called Artist Alley, which is sort of just for people who do artwork. Let's see. There's the opening ceremonies. There's Nintendo 3DS Meet and Pass. There's a video gaming. The Angel Dragon Community Meet and Greet. There's some gaming, just like role play RPS, RPG gaming.
Huh.
There's a panel on scalies. There's werewolf plushies. There's your first furry con for people who it's their first convention. J fashion for furries and handling your fursuiter, because you get these people with the costumes.
Fursuiter.
Sometimes, yeah, the people who do the full outfit, but think mascot uniform. They've got the
and
big
they
head.
are not cheap.
No, some of them are extremely expensive.
Oh my gosh. Especially the ones that have all the animatronics built into the head. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, other than having seen some LEDs, so far I haven't seen anything. Today, I didn't see anything besides moving jaws on the bottom, which are pretty much a mechanical thing. They're not electronics. But in handling fursuiters, you need it's especially if you're going to be out in public and not necessarily at the convention, having somebody who's kind of having a handler that'll keep an eye on you, and like if you're starting to have some difficulty with something, they can stand in and help, and
it's just something
and
I
help
don't
you
understand.
from stepping on somebody. Help you from stepping on somebody. Because the thing is,
there's a panel on how to start a furry convention.
Hey, Mike, wave if you're okay, Mike. Wave.
It's like any other, a Renaissance fair, or if you go to like a prepper convention.
Those are pretty cool. They used to have one in the outskirts of Nashville.
They're gonna have a poker tournament.
Yeah,
I like the dance offs.
All of those they're essentially the same, just different sets of people going to.
Yeah.
Different interests.
How far do you want to go?
Yeah, the live jousting thing that I seen at the Renaissance Festival was kind of cool. And they had live chess.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember how I mentioned parents? There's a panel here called "So Your Kid Dragged You to Anthrocon."
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello, Sarafyna.
Hi.
Sarafyna!
Hi, I came in a few minutes ago. How's everybody?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing better today.
Where's Sir Berg? He hasn't accepted my friend request on Discord.
Oh, he probably hasn't hopped on there in a while. He actually said he was going to bed.
What did you do to him?
He likes to go to bed early.
How old is he?
He works really early in the morning.
How early does he wake up?
He usually wakes up to go to work, I think, at about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
I'm going to wake up 5 o'clock, 6.
Yeah, but he also goes to bed at 8:30. So he's actually up later than his bedtime.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, about that. That was fun.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell the story about your bee sting. I'll let you tell it.
I saw some reference in the chat. Something happened to the bike too. Are you okay?
I was at a dentist appointment, and I just decided I was going to go down really quickly and show off my new jacket that just came in the mail. And as I was driving along, I felt something just nail me right in the friggin' neck. Just nailed me. And I'm like, okay, well obviously it's a rock. So I kept driving, and I zipped up my jacket. Oh, mistake. The bee didn't appreciate being trapped.
So it stung you, and then you trapped it, so it kept stinging you?
No, it hit me, and then it stung me.
Yeah, if it was a bee, a honeybee, it's only going to sting you once. If it was a wasp or a yellow jacket or
it was a honeybee.
Yeah, you get one sting, but it still hurts like hell.
Well, it also got me right in the neck.
They can bite you too, though.
Fantastic. Well, let's just say that I had zipped it up, so it didn't appreciate being zipped up. That's why it stung me, and I did what I thought I was supposed to do, which was I slowed the bike down. I indicated that I was going to leave the road, and I went onto the shoulder. Fuck the shoulder. I am never doing that again.
In gravel or?
Oh, it was gravel, but it was a lot softer than it expected. Like it moved really easily.
Oh, they just graded it or something.
I think so. And I just ate shit. I just ate shit. I ended up scraping up my knee, scraping up my elbow. I have big bruises all over my legs and shoulder. And the bike ended up with some nice warped handlebar, so I have to replace the handlebar.
Oh, Dante.
That's do with me.
What happened?
There's no telling on this chat.
Yeah, so I hit that. I scraped the gas tank up, so it's all scraped up. The medallion for Yamaha is destroyed, which was fine because I'll probably just take them both off and throw up a decal instead. Scraped up the plastics on the side of it. Knocked off the left indicator. It snapped off. Scraped up my windshield. Scraped up the.
You weren't messing around, were you?
Oh no, we did like a little check to see how much it would cost if we just bought all new stuff. Like if we just went out and bought all new stuff, it came to like $2,100.
Wow.
Do you carry comprehensive on your bike?
I could have done insurance. I'm not doing insurance because I already pay enough. I'm not gonna go that
You
direction.
still have your Canadian insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're
crap.
still in Canada, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I honestly I'm not going to claim the insurance because I don't really want to pay the higher interest rates. I mean, I'm already paying $120 a month for insurance on just that bike.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
jeez.
And I have two. Yeah, I have two bikes and I pay $118 on one and $120 on the other.
Good Lord.
Wow.
And see, our insurance is like that for a whole year.
Maybe a little higher than that for the whole year.
Yeah, I pay $60 on one and $80 on the other for a whole year on my trikes, on one trike and then the other trike.
Yeah, but I also do have I think it's like $2 million in public liability on my bike. So that, and I'm also don't have as many years of experience as some people.
Yeah, being old and dirt kind of helps sometimes.
Especially if you've had your license for a long time too. So yeah, no, I ended up I could go through insurance, but we went through over the bike and figured out mostly it was bluster. Like I also scraped up the side of the engine too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Jerk. So yeah, I scraped up the side of the engine case too. Oh yeah.
Oh well, just remember, like they tell everybody else, chicks dig scars. Wait a minute.
In the end, the bike can be fixed as long as you're okay.
Oh yeah, I did say one thing though. The scar that I'm gonna get from hitting the ground, it has destroyed the scar that I got from tripping over my own feet. So, you know what? We're good now.
Cancels
I have
out.
So now you can say it's a non-injury.
That's a better
No,
story.
it's a battle scar.
Yeah, kind of.
Just put a Band-Aid on it with a cheetah print. Everything will be fine.
Oh, fuck. I don't think I could find a Band-Aid that freaking big. It's huge.
But you're wearing gear though, and this still this through the gear.
Well, see, no, sort of.
Squidding?
I wasn't fully squidding. I did have my jacket. Actually, I was really bad yesterday. I was wearing my jacket and my my helmet. I couldn't find my gloves in the morning, so I left my gloves behind. And I'm so lucky that I didn't hit my hands. Yeah. My hands are fine. But I impacted my elbow was actually not so bad because I was wearing the gear. So I impacted and I got a little not a tear, but a little bit of wear on the shoulder now. my brand new jacket that I literally just got in the mail, and it was custom made. So I'm really pissed off at that. And I was wearing leggings. I was not wearing. I was in too big of a hurry to put on my Kevlar leggings.
This is what I handle.
I've worn my Kevlar leggings every day since I got them. Like every day I ride.
Except this time.
Except for this time because I was in a rush. Because I figured I was coming right back. Because I had to come back and I was going to come back and wash the bike.
And so the lesson here is at Gap?
Yeah, always wear your gear.
Yeah.
Never wear your gear.
How about this? Don't panic when one bee stings you, because you'll survive a bee sting. You might not survive the fall.
You'll survive the bee sting. You may not survive pulling over to the side of the road.
What, Donald?
I don't want to scare you, but there's a very odd-looking person that has snuck into your room. Hi, Mike.
He got out of the basement.
Which mic is that?
Which mic is that? It's Muzzle Mike.
That's Muzzle Mike back there.
Okay. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
I heard somebody in the background earlier before, and I wasn't sure whose camera or who it was coming from.
That was Mike chewing on his chains.
Oh.
I see he's chewing on those straps.
You noticed a while ago I asked him, I said, wave if you're okay, Mike, and he never waved. He's not moved.
So,
Need help, Mike?
Help, I'm being held at the Chinese laundry.
I'm trapped in the Chinese fortune cookie factory.
There you go. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Sarafyna.
Thank you.
Yeah, a friend of mine on a ride had a bee go up his sleeve, and it was, that was the ow, 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 and it's like, what? He's like, keep going, I'll catch up. Okay.
It's the helmet that's the bad one. When they're in the helmet and you're watching them.
I had that happen to me last year on my Shoei helmet, where it's got like a 2-position chin vent on it, and it was all the way open, which leaves about maybe a 1/4 inch gap or a little bit bigger. And Matt knows what I'm talking about. I was on Gap Creek maybe 5 or 6 minutes from my house, and something like moving in my helmet caught my eye. A yellow jacket had come in that chin vent, and it was literally like right there, right in front of my mouth. And I was like, oh God, what do I do? So I just raised the visor up, and I guess since I was doing about 50 from the wind difference, when I raised the visor up, it just flew out. But boy, you talking about making your butthole pucker up. Oh my God.
Like for me, I would also turn my head to the side to make sure that it went out.
I actually pulled off to the shoulder, and you wouldn't see how quick that helmet came off.
What kind of helmet was that? Because most of mine got screens right there.
No, mine doesn't. I wear a RF 1200.
A Shoei helmet doesn't have a screen there.
Nope.
It's not something that you took out?
Nope.
You can probably get one.
Well, if you have a screen in front of it, then it won't flow near the amount of air that it does with it out it.
Yeah, but then you don't have yellow jackets getting in there.
Yeah, I learned real quick if I was on a back road a lot, especially near water, to shut it after that, and only have it open like,
I was
4-lane
going
highway.
to say, I've had a couple of times where, especially getting into the evening or in the dusk, going along what an area called River Road here, and after the first face full of gnats or bugs or whatever they were, it was like because I was going slow enough. It's like I can have the visor up so I can get air, and it was like
They're real bad out here too.
And then they get attracted to your headlight, and then you're really in trouble.
Yeah, I actually went for a ride on the FC last week down by the river here, and by the time I rode up and back the road, I could not see out of my visor except for one little slit, which I had carved out for myself because there were so many flies and bugs. when I stopped, I just looked at it and I'm like, there was flies on my glasses inside the visor. Like they were everywhere. They were in all of the vents. I had to actually go in and get like a toothpick and get in there and dig them out, and it was so disgusting. And then I took a look at my bike and I'm like,
yeah.
I went down the entire road of swarm. And the even better part is when I started cleaning off the helmet, little bugs started running away. I'm like, some of you lived! How? It was so bad.
Or even worse, before you get the...
That's why you just open up your mouth and open up the visor. That's extra protein.
No, thank you.
Carry some crackers.
You can tell a happy Harley rider by the bugs in his teeth.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the little bees that are up in Colorado, up in the mountains, they taste like lemon.
Gross.
They really do.
Except they sting you on the throat on the way down.
No, he got clipped by the windshield, and I just got the juice of it, but boy, it was like lemon pie. I could not believe the taste of this thing.
But no, that was probably BP.
BP.
We have too many stink bugs around here for that.
Yeah, those are nasty.
Oh, those beetles! Oh my gosh, they sometimes they're so hard it's like hitting a rock. It'd knock you off the bike.
I had like 3 butterflies hit me right in the chest when me and Cave Troll ride the other day. That was fun.
I was on a ride with a friend of mine, and I saw this butterfly going across the road in front of him. He was ahead of me, and it was one of those, I didn't see the butterfly on the other side. And like 50 miles later when we stop, we're walking, we were visiting my friend he works at an auto parts place, and we get out and we're walking around, and sure enough, embedded on the front of his bike, there's a butterfly stuck in there, still alive, but unfortunately mangled.
I had one hit me right in the finger, even with gloves on. It's still, I was like, ow. That wasn't fun.
So far, the cicadas, I haven't noticed any issues with the cicadas this year.
The first year I had the bike,
That'll be a little bit later in the year.
7-year cicadas came out.
Oh, no. Is this the year for cicadas?
No, not yet.
Well, in my area, you get them every year, but but they're not the big swarms. There's like different.
No, not here. We get like
you got about 4 more years, because like I said, the first year I had my bike is when the 7-year cicadas came out, and dude, I had them explode on my visor.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I remember those things dive bombing the car I was driving at one point.
Well, dude, I had a cicada. I was going about 70 down the highway.
Oh no!
It nailed me right in the neck.
Oh!
I wanted to cry.
Oh!
I doubled over. And looked over. I looked over to my left, and the guy in the car beside me. I mean, the passenger was just fucking rolling because he watched it happen.
Oh!
And then I would have cicadas get stuck up in the peak and still be alive. And I'd sit there, it'd be quiet. Next thing you know, you just hear them start croaking. Like, where the fuck are you? You look, and there he is stuck in the peak. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, or have you ever done it and you get one that wedges in the padding right alongside your face?
No, I left
right in front of your ear, and you can hear them. They're like just like not cicadas, but just like some other little, not quite a mosquito, and you kind of hear them whine and flutter.
Oh no! I learned to keep my visor shut when I'm moving because when you start moving, it goes shut. And like I said, man, I would have like direct hit right in the fucking visor, fucking explode. And like I said, the ones that would get stuck in the peak, those were the worst because you had to pull them out, and then chances are when you went to pull them out, they came apart. So you're trying to save them, and they die, and you pull them apart anyway because they're not very their bodies ain't real strong.
No, they're light to fly, so they're very light,
and they can't fly for shit anyway.
Why do you want to save them? There's plenty of them.
Well, I really don't want to hurt any. animal, but
shoot, anything gets in my helmet, I try to get my fingers in there and mash it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and get them out quickly.
Oh man, you should see the pictures in the side chat.
I see them.
That.
That's why I learned to just
Oh my!
start moving, visor goes shut.
Oh man, that last one looks like one of those, like somebody doing the bee beard at one of those state fairs. Holy crud! Are those just all like flies of some sort?
Yeah.
There's your basic bean dip without the beans.
You call me.
I carry crackers for just such an emergency.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about this. I was telling Sean that I really wanted to have our own little beehive when we lived together. I think I'm changing my mind on that one.
Get stung once and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the happy Harley rider.
At least this tells you something, though. I am not allergic to bees.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, unless this was your first time being exposed to that particular species of bee, and now you might be sensitized to it.
You might develop it.
I don't know.
No,
Probably not.
Sometimes when you get older, you sometimes become allergic to.
So I've heard. But I mean, it didn't even, like, outside of the fact that it felt like I got shot by a bullet.
because like right now.
Apparently, you've never been shot before.
Because right now,
it burns a whole lot more than that.
I still see.
No, I haven't been. Thank God.
It seems like I'm still not allergic to poison ivy, but I know eventually I probably will be.
Some people never have a problem with poison ivy. It's just an odd quirk.
I don't even want to test that one out.
Okay, that's mud on that last picture, right?
Don't come to Tennessee then.
Yeah.
Don't come here. We got tons of it.
I'll just avoid it.
It's like there's one clean spot. It's where the goggles were sitting.
Yeah.
That's yo.
Wow. All right, I'm scared about this last one. Let's see what it is.
Pet the kitty, Mike. Pet the kitty.
Oh no.
He hasn't warmed up to him yet.
Oh, he hasn't.
Mike,
I thought.
Really?
Next year, let's leave here, I guess, Thursday, so that'll be a little bit that way.
Still messaging?
Yeah. I'm dealing with their customer service.
Well, guys, I'm gonna sign off. I got an early day tomorrow, even though I only work 2 days this week, but I'm beat. So.
Okay, Marshall.
All right, guys.
All right, you be safe.
Thanks for coming, man. Take care.
Thanks for having me.
Watch out for the bugs.
See y'all.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See what?
Here's the big question, Sarafyna.
I can mute it.
Did you get any of it on film?
Every motovlogger's nightmare. Something really cool happened and I didn't have the camera on.
Muzzle Mike would say, if you didn't get it on film, it didn't happen.
Except I had a witness.
And she had pictures. That's how I knew about it.
You had a witness? Did
Yeah,
somebody
actually,
see it happen and pull in right behind you?
Yeah. There was a
Did
guy
they
on
film
a cruiser. The best part about it was I was in front of him at the light and I gunned it and I was gone and I was riding and I was enjoying myself and he was like way back and I settled into a nice pace. And then then everything happened and of course I'm trying to get my jacket open and trying to move over to the side at the same time and then when I ate shit, like he was like right behind me. That's one of the reasons why I pulled over was because he had caught up to me and I could see him back there, so I wanted to let him by. Yeah, eat shit. And he immediately just did a U-turn and came right back and pulled in behind me and helped me pick the bike up. And he's actually the one who swiped and killed the bee for me.
Oh, after all that, the thing was still alive.
It was stuck in my jacket. He made sure it was dead. I don't know. I think it might have already been dead because the stinger was lodged in my throat still.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the bee's going to die at that point.
Yeah. Then it was still in there though. I didn't even realize that. And then when I got to, we ended up. I got on the bike and rode it down the street just a little ways because that's where I was actually headed, and that place had a little kit. Well, they saw the stinger and they helped me pull the stinger out and helped me wrap my leg and.
Yeah, it'll stay in your neck and keep pumping until it runs out of venom.
Which is why it still friggin' hurt.
How did I know about it? Did you have it on Instagram?
Yeah, I posted.
Okay.
I haven't posted the video, the images of the bike yet. The bike actually is not as bad as we originally saw it. Like it was when I first looked at it. I just thinking it was just destroyed, but it's not. It's really not that bad. Let me see if I can find these photos. I also took a little video clip. What we're going to do is we still have a bunch of repairs to do on it, and I've got my camera ready to go to doing a time lapse. So I'm going to do a video of me repairing the damn thing. But the worst part about it is the camera was on my helmet. I just wasn't running.
Oh, jeez. It had gone viral.
No, it wouldn't have gone viral. It just would have been like, damn it, bees. I could have done a vlog on bee awareness. You know, like
beware.
Yeah, pretty freaking much. That and always wear your gear because look what happens to you if you decide to noob it up for a day.
Don't split in the bee zone.
And you want to hear the best part? I got on my bike today and I rode it in tennis shoes and tights. Just home. I could put my boot on, but I forgot to bring my boot with me when I went back to my friend's place to get my bike.
You left it at your friend's house?
Well, I left. He had all 3 of my motorcycles.
Yeah, that's okay. That just proves you're a slow learner.
No, it just meant I couldn't actually put my riding pants on because even the breeze on my leg through the pants hurt. So I can imagine trying to put the Kevlar ones with all the
Owie, 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 owie.
But you should have seen my friend yesterday. He was so funny. It made me mad because he was looking at me and he just looked like the cat that ate the cream. Like he was just gleeful.
As in, I told you so?
No, his gleefulness was he was the one pouring the peroxide over the road rash.
Oh my gosh.
He enjoyed every
what circles you travel in.
He's a sadist.
No, he didn't like doing it to himself.
No, he's not a sadist. He's a masochist.
Masochist. There we go.
Yeah. Well, see what happened.
Please beat me, said the masochist. Said the sadist. No.
Beat me, whip me, make me write bad checks.
Beat me, whip me, make me ride a Harley.
I actually, it's whip me, beat me. I need love.
What?
Sticks and stones can break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
I like that song.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Which one?
Rihanna song you just quoted.
Okay, the person I heard it from, I thought was the writer. Maybe is it from someone else?
Rihanna sings that one.
Sticks and stones can break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
Well, it's definitely a different
tune.
The words are the same. Oh yeah.
Is the next phrase?
He didn't write them. They've been around for years and years and years, but she made the song.
See-through 90s are last year's news. See-through 90s are last year's news. Collars and cuffs can thrill me. And And notice that giggle came from Dante, the furry.
And your point is?
More than a few collars at the convention. Though, at that point, it's kind of hard to say, exactly why they're...
Well, it depends on the reason for it. Some people just like having it. Some people use it to represent being mated.
Yeah, some people wear it because, there's so many different variations.
It just depends.
The secret code.
Well, it's not a key code, that's for sure.
It's all coming out tonight. Is it?
Well, there is a dance tonight, so I'm sure there's plenty of things coming out.
No, I won't be at the dance. I'll be at the after party.
Yeah, when we were waiting for the shuttle, this person comes kind of strolling past, and I'm kind of watching, and they're doing all these dance moves. They're doing as they're walking by, but they're wearing this, like, I think they're like just jeans or whatever, but the jacket, the shirt they had on was completely covered with these several inch long, like, strip sequins, maybe? The whole thing was this sort of white pearlescent shimmy. I mean, it was shimmer and glitter.
It was a shiny jacket.
Very much so.
Yeah, someone's a raccoon and like shinies.
This was a very, I mean, there was lots of movement on these things. They were, I'm thinking that they made.
Yes, someone was wanting attention.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to get it too. And especially with the dance moves they were making as they were walking along.
It's only an hour and a half if you want to go. I mean, it's only an hour and a half from here if you really want to go up there.
Who wants to go, Mike?
I don't know if he wants to or not.
Not saying a word.
Not saying a word.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, it's only Thursday night. There's still all day Friday and Saturday, and a little bit on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. You can meet Raven too, Mike.
Oh, and there is, if you want to actually go to the convention and not just like stand around outside and watch, there's a Friday Saturday pass, I think, that's like $35.
Guys, this is the bike. What happened with it?
Oh, okay. Ooh, well, that's
scrapes up here on this part. This part was broken right off. There's scrapes over here on the headlight. That was the worst, I think, right here.
Oh, you're fine.
eBay's your best friend.
No. It actually, we sanded it, and it came really smooth. There's only this, see this where my mouse is right here? That's the only issue right there is a pretty large gouge on that part. But the rest of this came really smooth.
But no scrapes or distortions. There's no cracks or distortion in the metal.
No. I don't see any broken parts.
Yeah.
The broken part was...
Well,
here.
I mean, cracks on the case. There's no cracks on the case. There's no leak.
No.
The hose
this hose is going to have to probably be replaced at some point.
Just because it's damaged and you there's now a weak spot there.
Yeah, you can shorten it.
Well, even that, another hose probably isn't that. I mean, other than you got the turn signal, and you said the handlebars got messed up.
Yeah, the Yamaha sticker needs to come off
anyway. It's mostly cosmetic, right?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like, we checked out different pricing, and this little piece here, if I was gonna buy it, was gonna be like $35. So that's not a big issue. But we think we're gonna just try and sand it first and repaint it. See if that does it.
Your forks aren't bent. Your triple tree's not damaged. Your brake caliper rotor's not bent. So.
And these aren't even all that deep. So we're just gonna get the color mixed up and. get in there, and then it wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, I was super fortunate. Wow, that's a really detailed photo.
You could put a big like leather sticker on that. It covered all up.
Yeah, no. And then there's damage on this part here, which these are like freaking $10. So I might actually just go and buy myself some aftermarket ones, anyways.
I think the biggest thing is to make sure that all the mechanical bits are sound, and then you can work on, depending on what your finances are like.
Oh yeah, this is what they quoted me for all the parts, and that was without the headlight assembly.
Can always just go completely aftermarket.
Okay, yeah, but this is a bike shop.
Oh yeah.
So they're sourcing all their stuff from a supplier new, right?
Oh yeah, it's all new stuff.
You can probably find
Yamaha new.
Yeah,
arm and leg.
I didn't take any of the handlebar, but it's got to be replaced. It was this one right here was bent down.
Second gear.
But I mean, even this is fine. It's got a little scrape on it, but it's aftermarket. So I'll probably we're getting some paint to do this section down here. We'll probably just give that a quick spray.
How much is that case cover?
This one here?
Yeah.
The case plus all the gaskets, you're looking maybe $200.
I don't know if it really needs the gaskets being low mileage. You can probably get away with reusing the gaskets.
Well, that's not all that low mileage though. It's got 20,000 on it, kilometers.
Oh, I thought you bought it new.
No, it's a 2014 14. But on a happy note, I got this thing in, which made me very happy. So now I can actually, I got this in yesterday or today.
Your stand,
Did it already have the spools on it?
I'm not using the spools.
Those aren't spools back there?
Oh, there are spools back there, but the one I picked up actually hooks on the frame.
Oh, sweet.
You get the one that people normally use for the front wheel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was cheap enough, so I figured I'll just use this one. It gets it up off the ground, so I can do the chain.
Oh, for oiling and stuff?
Yeah. It also puts it straight so I could clean it. But I mean, realistically, like, out of everything that happened, nothing, like, this was, like I said, the worst spot, and it was all, he sanded it, and it came out really smooth, so we're not even going to take it off the bike, we're just going to tape it off and just give it a good spray and hope for the best.
Christ, I would, I'd do mine caveman.
We're thinking for the windshield, because it's scraped up, I don't have to see it out of it anyways. We're going to look at getting either some vinyl wrap for it, and I'm just going to make it gold.
Just paint it.
Just cover it in stickers.
Well, we were thinking either paint, like the chromatic paint, or going with like a vinyl wrap. So whichever one will adhere better to it.
Get the plastic paint and just...
Plastic paint. Yeah.
Either that, or there's also a guy near here that will do a really cheap hydro dip for it. So I might get it hydro dipped gold and just be like, done. Just leave it gold.
I mean, show that cow.
And then if I change the rest of the body pink, gold works with pink. Gold works with everything.
No, that's what I'm using is plastic dip paint. That'd be close enough to the killer, yeah.
Yeah, but at least we got I didn't take any photos of what we did with the other bike, but the other bike's up and running now, and now has a trailer hitch installed.
Woohoo! The Silverwing.
The V-Star.
Oh.
The Silverwing, it's not running yet. I figured I should get the two main bikes that I'm actually paying insurance on done first.
That's no fun.
The V-Star is going to be awesome, though. Or not the V-Star, the Silverwing is going to be awesome when I have it done. Then the insurance on it is going to be ridiculously cheap. It's $40 a month. For here, compared to the other two.
Because it's old and it's a 500cc.
Exactly. Whereas this one, sports bike, oh God.
Just get you some used KLR road bars and crash bars and slap them on there. You'll be fine.
No, I'm definitely going to be getting a crash bar for this thing.
The FCO7, they make the only thing they make are frame slotters.
They make
unless you get a stunt cage.
They actually do have a crash bar system for this one, and it's actually not all that bad. I was looking at these here. Oh, that's more expensive than the ones I was looking at earlier.
It just shows that you actually ride your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to also show that I ride my bike and I take care of my bike.
Yeah, but for a little while, if you ride it around while it still looks like that, it'll lower the chance of it being stolen.
You can't really tell much by those 2 pictures they give you.
Yeah, no. There was another one that I was looking at. Like, I feel like this is the right brand. Oh, that's why. This is the wrong website because they're shit. Oh, okay. This is where the one I was actually looking at. That's the price I remembered.
That doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Those are basically just overglorified frame slotters.
Yeah, they had that one, and they have another one that looked really interesting too. But
how much is that?
The lower engine case guard. That should be the lowers, right? Isn't that the lower engine case there?
No, that's upper.
The other one. Oh, okay, yeah.
I was thinking of getting that for the front, and then frame sliders for the back, and wheel and front wheel. They had another one I was looking at. I had it added to maybe it's still in my cart.
Seems like an excessive price for that little piece, though.
I mean, for all the bigger that is, $200. That's.
They wanted $700 for the headlight assembly. $700.
Yeah, well, that's a headlight. Well, the one for the headlight assembly for our bikes is like $600 some dollars.
Yeah, the. What did they want? The prices they were quoting me, the gas. I'm not sure if it's a gas tank or if it's just a cover over the gas tank for my bike. I think it's just a cover.
Mm-hmm.
But it was $700 too.
Yeah, because it's oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all talk about Harley parts being expensive.
Headlight, cheaper to go cycle cruiser style on the Chinese.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Fuck him. Fuck Cycle Cruiser.
I have to get a hold of him. He's my buddy up there, you know.
I need to peek him a little more.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a dork.
A little bit.
Okay, a big dork.
That's Mike you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
He would be back child support.
Yeah, he tried to advertise on Dante's Hangout, and he left right away. A few months back.
He tried again?
No.
No,
he hasn't been back.
It only took once.
No, he's done it twice.
Oh, he's done it twice. Okay.
He hasn't tried coming into any of the streams that I've been around on, so I would have laughed at him too.
We're talking about Cruiser, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cycle Loser.
Oh,
just making sure that we were still on the same.
Sorry for not going.
Let's go for a ride.
Oh, there's my baby. That's the color too. Oh, that reminds me. I have to actually look up the color code tonight. Oh. Frame sliders. Here we go. I saw this like really cool. Oh, there is the ones I thought were kind of cool looking. I thought those were kind of neat. Lower profile so that the bike won't act. If you're going at higher speeds, it won't fling everywhere, but it'll still be protective.
Who had those same frame sliders? I think it was Yami Noob. Had those.
Now you know I can't have them. Damn it!
I can't help it that it runs headlong into cars.
It's the only thing that wasn't damaged. Might have been part of what went up his butt.
Oh my! Honestly, I don't think anything went up his butt. He went so far up himself.
Oh yeah, dude. He was heading for outer space, man. He was gone, man.
I see.
That was
amazing.
Yes.
I wonder if I can see my saved ones.
He's that dude better thank God every day he's still alive. Because there is no way he should have lived through that. He should not. That motherfucker is here for a purpose.
There's definitely enough accident compilations where people shouldn't have survived them. Have you guys seen the one where the guy, he's accelerating, and if I remember right, he got a speed wobble and basically went under. No, not under the car. He went under a semi.
Yep.
He went underneath the trailer behind the semi.
Yeah, that was Hammy.
Yeah.
Hamimoto. Came
out on the other side. He ended up over against the concrete wall in the shoulder, and was pretty much untouched, other than a little bit of scraping. Yeah.
Pickup truck even higher. Drove my car right into the front of it.
I've been watching too much Fast and Furious.
I'll tell you. Do any of you guys watch many of the videos involving the Groms and all the little
Fuck, I didn't even make the newspapers of my wreck.
I did. My dad brought it into the hospital for me to see, and here they threw it away before I came out from being comatose.
Yeah, man. I didn't even fucking make it.
Dad asked me if I seen it. I didn't. I wasn't awake.
I'm just sad because I had so much fun on my bike last weekend, and then I fucked it up.
Now you get to fix it.
Yeah, now I get to do a rebuild series.
That's good.
I wouldn't really call that rebuilding though.
No, it's not. It's just cosmetic shit.
Let's fix my fuck up series.
Yeah, kind of. I like that name. That's what it's gonna be.
Oops. Sarafyna, if you'd have just drug it around in those gravels a little bit, you could go trade it.
I don't think
You get a versus.
Want to hear the funny thing though is if I had actually damaged it to the point where it couldn't be used, the insurance would have covered the whole thing. Because I have insurance on it to pay it off if it gets damaged, if it gets destroyed, or if I get injured. Oh,
You didn't do it good enough.
No, honestly though, I wouldn't want to. It's a beautiful bike, and it deserves the life with me.
I can really understand that because I feel the same way about the Goat. A KLR is an ugly motorcycle. Don't get me wrong, but to me the Goat is gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's your baby. That and the fact that it's probably super comfortable.
No, the Goat's not super comfortable. Well, it's more comfortable now, but it's not super comfortable.
For my bike, I actually took it out on a 600 kilometers. How much is that in miles?
Probably about half-ish.
So let's see, not quite half. Let's see, 372 mile ride on Sunday. And you know what? I was shocked because I have that bad back, that terrible bad back that I have from the accident.
I was gonna say, and your ass didn't feel like it was gonna fall off.
No, my ass did, but my back was fine.
My ass fell off, but my back was okay.
Yeah, no, I just said to them, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I've been on a horse for days right now, so I feel kind of bow-legged here, but my back felt great. It felt amazing. Oh, and I did get that ride on video. So hey, you get to watch me survive things like these crazy switchbacks, and I couldn't even fucking survive a damn bee.
Them insects, they rule the world.
But yeah, no, they are actually concerned that I wouldn't be able to make these turns, and I handled them pretty well. I mean, a little nervous when all of a sudden you're telling me there's a switchback, and the switchback's not only is it a switchback, but it's like almost straight up and down. So it's like, holy shit, what's going? What? Like, we're not just doing a switchback; we're doing a switchback and a goat climb. Like, it handled it. My bike handled it very well, and I handled it okay. But they gave me my space, which was good. They didn't stay too close to me.
That once it didn't end out very well. It was coming here. On dirt.
Yeah, but you didn't go that way this time.
No, I made it down right. I didn't even use a GPS with the phone or anything.
I told you, just literally get to 7 and just go south.
Getting to 7 was the hard part.
Come to think of it, I don't know if I've actually transferred that video. Oh my god, off of all those flash drives. I think Sean's gonna kill me.
Kitty.
He might kill me if I didn't do that. If I have it, or if I do that, I should say, I'd give him 91 gigs of video to edit.
Happy birthday, baby.
Oh yeah, I did that to him. I'm like, I'm sorry, honey, but I'm not sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Here you go.
Well, I got a couple.
Honey, my arm hurts so bad. I just, could you do this?
No, the thing is, I straight up told him. He got after me the one day. He's like, "Why don't you do this?" I'm like, "The last time I did any kind of editing for our channel, he got after me because he said it wasn't good enough." So guess what? If you have such high standards, you can do it yourself. I film the content. I spend hours filming this content. You could edit it.
Just 3 minutes.
Just 3 minutes. Like, wait, I feel wrong.
I'm used to 20-minute long ITLs.
God, I don't even know if he got the video. Oh my god, I have no idea if he got them because he's removed videos from the Dropbox. Oh god damn.
Really?
Actually, I shouldn't call it Dropbox. It's not Dropbox. He's a crazy man and set up a VPN for me to get into his computer. How? Why am I doing this direction? I'm dead. Yep.
What he wants to do.
I'm nuts.
That's what Pepper does.
But yeah, I went out riding on Canada Day. We have, you guys had your July 4th, and on July 1st is Canada Day.
We had America Day.
Yeah, well, we had Canada Day.
America!
And I've never seen so much. Like, we literally rode through this one town, and everybody, the babies, the women, the children, everybody was covered with face paint and clothing that was red and white. And I'm looking and I'm like, I didn't even know they made this many styles in red and white. Like, what the fuck? It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Y'all became independent, what, 80?
And you think we're crazy?
All standing around going, whoop, whoop,
You know what? I got a chance to hear what it's like where Sean is when on your day. Oh my god. It sounded.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but we don't do face paint.
Yeah, they did face paint anyway.
we just blow shit up.
It sounded like a fucking war zone.
We blow shit up.
Well, you have to remember, part of that depends on the neighborhood you live in.
America.
And firecrackers are easy to get.
Yeah, it's a little probably too easy. Where Sean is, they were shooting off. He called them mortars.
Yeah.
3-inch
mortars. Boom.
Yeah, they were like every one of his neighbors was, and he walked outside for a second, and I could just hear.
Makes all the fluid in your body shake.
Well, I said to him, I'm like, that's ridiculous, though. Like, every single one of them, it literally sounded like a war zone. I can't imagine how vets handle it.
Sometimes they don't.
Exactly.
So a lot of times we don't. We just
Yeah.
inside and hide.
And I don't doubt it. Like it was absolutely freaking crazy just listening to it. I mean, if a dog will freak out over it, I don't want to know what a trained vet would do. Like really.
It doesn't bother me that much. Like if I'm watching it or if they're going off in the
when you know that it's coming.
But
when it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're in bed, it's going off.
Yeah. Or if we're like driving home and somebody shoots one off, like, and I don't know it's coming, that's when it kind of freaks you out.
Yeah. Just the thought of like, I mean, it would bother me. And I've never had to worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, my family would never have let me. Let's just say this: I tried to go in and enlist, and I needed someone to get me there, and they refused to get me there. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to enlist that badly, because I'm too much of a Care Bear.
Just go in the Air Force.
Be a wingnut. It's all right.
Yeah, going to the Chair Force.
The Chair Force. Honestly, my eyes aren't good enough for the Air Force, so I would end up being like electrical or something. Like
9 to 5. Clock in, clock out.
See, that's the thing. Like everybody goes into the Air Force and you think, yeah, I'm gonna be a pilot. Man, 99% of those people, they're all mechanics or computer or
support.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, you have to awesome eyesight and coordination to be a pilot.
Here's a mop. Here's a bucket.
I trip over my own feet. Can you imagine trying to put me in a plane? It would be terrible. I'm also terrified of heights.
I had a teacher.
About that. You'll get over it.
In high school, I had a teacher who was a private pilot and actually did at school. When I was there, he offered like an aviation class in place of a social studies class that you could take. It was really cool. Found out on a field trip, he's afraid of heights. He flies a plane, but he's afraid of heights because we went to Kings Island and we went up on the Eiffel Tower. This was a school field trip. And he went up with us, but when we're up on that upper observation deck, he was plastered back against the wall of the building in the middle. He wasn't anywhere near the edge.
But when you're in a plane, it's totally different. Like you can be afraid of heights and stuff.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
As long as I look out instead of straight down, I'm good.
Just wait till you go up to the C-130 on the side where you're supposed to jump out of. And you look up and it says emergency exit only.
We're jumping out of a perfectly good plane. This is not an emergency, is it?
A friend of mine, someone I used to know when I was young, he was a paratrooper is what he called himself. And he told us a bunch of stories about things he had to go through in the military, and it made me laugh. Like at one point during their training, the pilot was told they needed to fly over the water, let half them out, and then fly over the jungle and let the other half out. Instead of doing that, they opened both doors, flew over the beach, and said out. So half of them ended up in the jungle, half of them ended up in the water. And just before they were jumping, they asked the people, hey, who don't put on the shark repellent because we've just found out it attracts barracudas. And there's barracudas in this water. Yeah, the ones that ended up in the water were not happy about ending up in the water.
Yeah, water landings are harsh as shit, too. It's like hitting concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they told us that story, and he was fortunate on that one because he really, really, really wanted to go on the mission, and his superior said, "You know what? It's a cushy job. I'll do it." And he ended up coming. His superior officer came back in, looked at him, and said, "I don't want to hear a damn word," as he limped to his desk with a broken leg. He just kind of sat there smiling. But he did a few things, like he signed up for what he called like a 2 o'clock jump, not realizing it was a 2 a.m. jump for training. So he accidentally ended up jumping. Well, not jumping, but signing up for a night jump. And I hear those aren't very nice either at times.
Nope.
Well, I'm assuming that night jumps, they're probably not really supposed to like use a lot of lighting to see where you're going, because that would make you a target, right?
Exactly.
So you do everything by moonlight or like the light enhancement goggles. Yes? No?
I mean, you can use night vision, but normally you'll just use.
Yes, no.
The problem with most night vision is you lose a lot of your depth perception, which is kind of key when you're impacting with the ground.
Yeah.
You can tell when you're about to hit, though. Plus, I mean, you'll get trained to do a PLF without on cue. Because, I mean, like the chutes that the military uses aren't like the ones in the civilian sector where you can flare out and have a nice little...
Where you can steer them.
Yeah. Yeah. They were called... oh, God, what were they called? Brush busters or something with the brush in the ass.
Just watch out for those certain limbs.
What kind of limbs?
Oh no, I always liked watching people jump out of the Chinook, because it looks like the Chinook's pooping.
Straight out the back. Weep.
Well, that's like when we got deployed to Romania, we had one of our C-130s, one of the motors caught on fire like halfway there.
Didn't they stop doing the tethered jumps?
No, they still do static line.
Do they?
Yeah. The only time you don't do a static line is if you're doing a halo jump.
Yeah, high altitude, low open.
You said that one of the engines caught fire. Were they able to get it out, or did they like shut off the engine and fly on one?
They had to shut off the engine.
How did that affect the rest of the?
I assume they can probably handle one out, but they probably can't handle more than one.
Yeah, and it was a bumpy ride.
Whole lot of trim on that one side to hold it up.
I mean, but you're in there nut to butt anyway.
Packed. Sardine in the sky.
Yeah. I mean, you think you fly like when you fly, economy class now. Picture that even more cramped.
No padding,
and you're fully geared.
Jump seats.
Yeah, and your jump sheet is nothing but a cargo net. But man, I can go to sleep on a freaking C-130 real quick.
They strap you to the wall. Wake me up when we get there.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny though, if you got to take a piss, you can just kind of like look down through the hole and see the ground moving under you.
Don't have to worry about flushing that.
Ew.
Yeah, just think about that next time you see a military plane fly over here.
Yeah.
Blue ice.
That's worse than blue ice. Well, of course, actually, blue ice will kill people. The other will just invade your brain. Ugh, that's gross. So glad I avoided that whole debacle. because I would not have been made out. I would not have made it in that life at all. Nope.
Oh shit! I'd go back in a heartbeat.
They wouldn't want me anyways.
Sometimes the only thing that makes sense sometimes, huh, Troll?
Yep.
Never.
I fucking hate civilian life.
I don't think they would have ever wanted me because of my vision being terrible and my asthma. I would have been just a
Well, the Air Force is more than just people flying planes. There's a hell of a lot of other things that have to happen to keep that part going.
But don't you still have to pass at least basic physical exercises?
Basic physical for any of the armed forces.
Yeah, but it's the Air Force.
The Air Force makes a lot more exceptions than the Navy did.
Yeah. Put it this way, the Air Force PT test is nowhere near being excessive.
Yeah, I mean the people who have the physical capability in terms of eyesight and stuff to do the flying, yeah. But again,
I'd not be flying.
No, you would not be flying. Or at least there's a pretty good chance you would not be. But there's other things that have to happen so that those people can fly.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All the other support.
Well, I understand all about that. I just was saying, I thought you had to have some basic, be able to pass certain physical.
You do. You'll get sent to the MEP station. You'll take your ASVAB, you'll see what you score on the ASVAB, and then they'll send you to the MEP station. And the MEP station will check all your physical stuff, eyesight, see if you need glasses, that kind of thing. Strip you down to your boxers and make you walk around like a duck for a little while. Don't ask me what that's for.
It's for rectal protrusions.
Yeah. And then
I think that's just to see if you're actually willing to do it.
It's some kind of joint test, I think. And you go through all that, and then you get shipped off to basic training.
I want the mount that this guy is using for his phone. Holy shit. That was cool. I don't want the app that they're selling. I just want the...
Show the picture.
Or
link.
I don't know if I can. Let's see. It's an advert on... let me see if it will let me. Okay.
I don't know, one of the best AFIS commercials, the AFN channel, which is the Armed Forces Network. If you're in Europe, that's all you get to watch, unless you watch whatever the local TV is. One of the commercials was these Air Force guys, and they were all decked out in camo and all camoed up on their face, sneaking through the woods, all tactical and everything. And they get out to this one point, and they let up a giant red balloon because they were the weather guys. And they're like, join the Air Force, be tactical, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You just blew your cover big time.
By the way, I looked into the comments on the video that I was looking at, and the majority of the comments are, don't care about the app, where the fuck can I get that mount? Yeah. Okay.
What mount?
I don't know. That's the thing. You
said the comments on the video. So what site is the video on?
It's on Instagram.
Oh.
It's an Instagram ad, and the thing is called Reaver Moto. It's an app you can install. But the app is kind of cool looking too. It's neat. However, the mount is magnificent. It's like you walk up to it with your phone case, and you just snap your phone into it, and it just holds it.
Reaper, as in the Grim Reaper?
No, not Reaper, but Reaver. Rever Moto.
Oh, Rever.
That makes more sense than what I was saying.
Well, I use a ride tracking app called Rever. I think it's the UK. I think Rever Moto YouTube and track. I don't think that's it.
What's your Instagram?
Don't think I have one of those. I think I've just got a Reddit. Okay, what I'm
sending it to
is,
Dante. Dante can share it with you.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Because what I'm seeing right now is just all I'm seeing all the stuff for the Rever app that I mentioned.
It's Rever Moto though. There's another part to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Rever.co. So it is the Rever app.
Oh. Okay.
But it's one of their ads.
Oh, did you find the app or the mount?
I found the app, not the mount. Not it's the Rever app's only for iPhone? Oh no. I'm losing my mind.
No, I've got an Android and I've got the Rever app.
I'm gonna take a look at it. But now I gotta figure out where that fucking mount is from. That is so cool. Let me see if I can take a screenshot of it. But see, the problem is if I take a screenshot of it, it doesn't really work because it's a screenshot, so it doesn't show you how exactly they're using it.
You don't see the coolness of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't remember anything like a fancy mount on the startup video that's for Rever. At least nothing that I.
You need to make an Instagram.
Okay. Okay, video. I got
I barely can remember to post anything on Instagram.
Ways to connect, roads, tracks, trails. I don't. Feed says no, nothing there.
You see those links I posted, Troll? Were they like that?
Oh, the tandem jumps?
No, the below that.
Oh, yeah.
How they had you packed in?
Yeah, that's not a C-130 though.
Yeah.
That's probably a C5.
Nut to butt.
Ain't no wonder nobody's listening to me. I'm muted.
We thought you were just mad.
No.
Or coughing.
No, I muted to go take some more medicine. I forgot to unmute when I come back.
I wondered why nobody was responding to your comments.
Hard getting the cork out of the bottle.
Hey, Moth.
What's up?
Not too much. You heard what was going on for me. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said hello to you too, but I was muted, so.
Hello.
What's up, Osborne?
I think I'm just gonna have to just try searching for it.
You okay back there, Mike?
Oh yeah.
All right. Gotta keep checking on you.
There you go. I sent it to a few of you guys, so hopefully you can see it.
The cat doesn't have you pinned down, does it, Mike?
No, but I have to say, oh yeah, or I get punished more.
I got it, Sarafyna.
I had specific instructions before we even started.
Oh.
To be good, stay in the back. 2 steps behind and 1 off to the side.
No, I did not say that.
Is he making you keep your head covered?
No. Helmet on.
You got to keep the helmet on.
He's motorcycle, not Muslim.
No, he's not.
Oh man!
Don't take off the burqa.
Yeah.
Shaking my head at that one.
Did you get that link from Sarafyna, Dante?
What link's that?
I sent you a link on Instagram.
On Instagram. And be sure Mike sees that. There's a versus in there.
Yeah, the searches I'm trying are bringing up all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, Rever gets me, Rever Motor gets me Rever links, but without the video.
That's not a versus.
The white one?
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
That's a Kawasaki Z 650.
Wait a minute. Let it come back.
When I add Instagram into the search, I get things like how to master Instagram for business.
Nope. Yep. You're right, Dante. Sorry.
Why don't you just create an account for Instagram? You have to do it on your phone, but...
Well, I didn't want to be screwing around for, a half hour to do it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It shouldn't take you half an hour. As long as you have a Facebook account, you can just hook it on there. Just use Facebook to sign in.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how much I want to cross-link a lot of apps, because I'm not entirely sure I trust everything Facebook does.
Well, Facebook and Instagram are the same company, so...
There you go.
Which is why they're so linked together. And why the service on Instagram sucks horribly. Because they carry through with the same... Oh, what's this? Oh, that's an old fucking picture. Sorry. Ooh. Actually, I have this. I'm going to have to share this. Copy link.
I think I want to end the live portion of this here.
Okay.
Gloves are coming off.
Gloves are coming off.
For the glove.
Oh, everyone who came and watched, thank you. As always appreciate it. Those who participate, as you know, you always and appreciate you taking your time to come join me for this, and we'll do this again next week.
Number 60.
Yeah.
We miss you, Overland.
Yeah, we miss you, Overland.
Oh, is he in the side chat?
No.
No, he's on vacation.
But he'll play it. He'll play it back.
I sent him a link. He's gonna be confused. He's gonna check his email. Like, I have a link. All right, later, everybody.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.